Hey, brace yourself, because what you're about to witness, you've probably already felt before. You just didn't have the words to express it, and that's okay. Listen, that's okay. But you know exactly who I'm talking about. Hey, so excited. Nothing but a corpse, it's a shell of my body. You took it all up into my last. Okay, let's get all set up. Oh. Hold up. This guy. Hello? Hey, no, I'm good, man. How are you? What? Dude, are you serious? What? Yo, that's crazy. What do you mean? Dude, that's amazing. Are you kidding? Yo, congrats. Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh yeah, I'm in the studio. I'm working right now. Well, you know, I'm always working on something. I'm trying to put something. You know, I'm trying to get this EP together. So, you know. Wait, what? Realistic. What are you talking about? What do you mean, be more realistic? About my goals and my dreams? What are you even talking about? Okay, but this is my real life. Yeah, okay. Okay, you know what? No, it's cool. It's cool. You know what? Congratulations. I don't really know. Yeah, congratulations. So I don't really know what else to say. Okay, that's fine. And that's fine. All right, yeah, I'll talk to you later. I feel like doing that no more. Now let's have a talk about energy vampires. All right, you guys, welcome back to Vision Dimension. I am so happy to have you back. Thank you for tuning in to another transmission. This is Midnight Mango number 4. Whether you're new, whether you're old, if you're already a citizen of Vision Dimension, you know, thank you for being here. If you are not already a citizen and you need to claim your citizenship, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you become an official citizen of Vision Dimension. This is a place for all creatives, all visionaries, all people driven with ambition and drive. And so, yeah, thank you for being here for this transmission, and let's go ahead and talk about a few things. So today we're going to be talking about something that most people don't want to talk about, but it needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, this could be the thing standing in between you and your vision. So you might be thinking to yourself, what could that possibly be? It's not lack of self-doubt. It's not a lack of talent. It's not the algorithm. So what is it? What could it be? Well, to put it simple, it could just be the people around you and your environment, also known as energy vampires. Let's talk about it. So first things first, how do you even know that your circle is draining you? So for starters, you have the creative dimmer. This is the person who is always trying to dim your shine. They always want to dull you out because you shining bright is interfering with their life and they don't like it. The people who are usually energy vampires are not usually your haters. It's usually the people right there next to you. It's usually your family, your friends, the people who care about you a lot. And they do, and they mean well. But the thing is, they are comfortable where they are. And unconsciously, they need you to remain comfortable where you are too. Because the moment you start changing and growing, that's going to make them feel threatened. So then you are now dimming yourself when you're around them. You are dimming your shine, you are dimming your light because you don't want to make anyone else uncomfortable. And that is the problem, because as artists, you are supposed to shine. You were born to shine. You can't even help it. You are literally naturally radiant, and yet you're dimming yourself just to make other people comfortable. For example, if you get a big win and let's say you're really excited about this thing, but you don't bring it up because you know that the response from the other person is not going to be what you're looking for. You know for a fact you're going to be disappointed. You know they're not going to respond in the way that you want them to, so you just don't say anything. You stop bringing up your dreams. You start bringing up your vision for your life. You stop bringing up the things that bring you joy because you know you're not going to get the response. So rather than telling them, you simply stay silent, because it's easier to deal with the feelings of disappointment within yourself rather than dealing with the silence after the person doesn't give you the response that you're looking for. So then it's not just the conversations that you're having with these people, but it's also the things that you end up doing with them, the places that you go, the events that you attend, the activities that you participate in with these people and surrounded with these certain people. And if you notice, when you hang out with certain people, it's always the same thing. You're always talking about the same thing. You're always talking about what happened many years ago. You're always talking about the past. You're never ever talking about the future and how you're gonna get somewhere and where you are going. That is a problem. Red flag, red flag. If nobody's building anything and if nobody's talking about the future, you're stagnant. You're not going anywhere. And so you need to realize that these activities are draining you. They are keeping you from your purpose. It is very important for you to surround yourself with like-minded people, people who are going places, people who are striving for a better life, and even some people who are ahead of you in life, because that gives you something to strive for. That mentorship and that example is invaluable because it helps you and it pushes us to become our best selves. If we are not being pushed, a lot of times we ourselves will just stay stagnant. But if you are constantly staying around that same environment of people who are negative and you don't realize they're draining the life out of you, you're not going anywhere. You need to check within yourself to make sure that these people are actually conducive for your future. Which leads me to the third thing, which is, you have the pressure, this invisible pressure to just keep up, to not seem like you're better than anyone, to not seem like, oh, he's getting too big for his britches, to stay relatable, stay on that same level, to not outgrow the group. And that pressure is exhausting. It is literally exhausting because you're not just managing your own feelings and your own emotions, but you're managing everyone else's energy. You're managing everyone else's comfort with your own growth. That's not okay. So within these situations, you need to ask yourself, after these conversations and after these interactions with these people, how do I feel after this interaction? How is my body responding? Because if you feel like creating after these interactions, beautiful, great. But if you feel like I want to go crawl in a dark hole and never come back out for weeks and just hide, that is a problem. That is a red flag. And your body keeps the score. Your body knows. So you need to listen to your body because it's telling you the signs. Sometimes your mind isn't always caught up to what your body is telling you. Your body is telling you the red flags, so you need to listen to them. Okay. The thing is, okay, Tez, you're telling me all the problems and all these issues, but what are we actually going to do about it? Well, I'm going to tell you. First off, you are going to conduct an audit of your own life. You are going to see and check, who are the people around you? Who are the people that you've been talking to the most? Who are the people that you've been interacting with the most, going to activities, doing all these things with the most? That's what you need to figure out. Then you're going to ask yourself the same questions, how do I feel after this interaction? How do these people make me respond? How does my body respond after being around these people? How does my body respond after being around these people? And be honest. You need to ask yourself, do I feel more like myself around this person, or do I feel less like myself around this person? And then after leaving, how do I feel? Do I leave feeling fulfilled, or do I leave feeling depleted? If you're feeling depleted, red flag. Not a good sign, okay? So just take note of it and be honest. You need to be honest because this isn't about judging the people that you're hanging out with. It's not. You're not saying it doesn't make them bad people, because a lot of times they're not. It's just they could be toxic for you right now and your goals and your dreams and your vision. You have to implement steps and solutions to help you get to where you're trying to go. And it's also just about understanding, what your environment is actually costing you, because your environment affects you more than you know. And if it's draining you to the point where you're not creating and you're not fulfilling your purpose, then what are you doing it for, Now, here's the thing, because I'm not here to tell you to just cut everybody off. That is not what I'm saying at all. No, because I understand that it's not always that simple. And sometimes that can make things a lot more difficult. So I understand. Sometimes we're just stuck in situations and we need to figure out how to maneuver them. But what I am saying is sometimes it's just a slow fade. It's being a little less available, prioritizing your work, your dreams, your creativity, your creative projects, and then just letting the distance kind of create itself naturally. That way, you're not so available. It's a natural boundary without you having to really do much. And then other times, it's just a clean break. Sometimes you have to implement a firm boundary and just say, you know what, this isn't good for me, and then just cut it off. Sometimes you have to do that. And at the end of the day, you have to do what is best for you and your vision for your life and the life that you want. And not everyone is meant to go where you're going. And that's okay. It's not betrayal. It's not anything bad. It's just your growth, and that's completely fine. But I understand also that cutting people off and maneuvering this situation can be very difficult, especially with people that you love, because it's one of the hardest things, because you do care about them and they do care about you, and you don't want to be mean, you don't want to be rude, and so there comes this guilt. But the guilt is not a sign that you're doing something wrong, and that is what I want you to understand. I want to reframe your mindset and to change your perspective, because it's not that you're doing something wrong, but it's just the friction of you actually moving and growing and moving at a completely different speed than the people around you, and that's okay. And these are your growing pains, and growing pains are very uncomfortable. They do not feel good, and no one ever tells you, like, people talk about how uncomfortable it is, but to experience it is a completely different thing. And although growing pains are uncomfortable, they do not mean that you stop growing. They actually mean that you are. This is showing you that you are moving and you are developing and you're going in a new direction and you're going to new heights. And so you're going to start feeling better about yourself and who you are, because you're actually accomplishing the things that you're put on this earth to do, and you're fulfilling your purpose. So why does all of this matter beyond, your feelings? And why does all this matter from an artistic perspective? Well, the thing is, as a creative and as an artist, your energy is not just personal, but it is professional. It's literally your currency, and every conversation that drains you and every activity that pulls you into survival mode and every hour you spend managing other people's comfort with your growth, that's coming directly out of the same account as your next song, your next idea, your next design, your next video, your next whatever. It's coming out of the same account that lives in. So if you're constantly spending time with people who are draining you, guess what? You no longer have the energy to complete anything that you were put on this earth to do. You are no longer producing the art. You are no longer doing the things that you're supposed to do. That's a problem, because you're so drained. You cannot build a vision from an empty battery, and you cannot pour into your art when something is constantly pulling from you. Whether that's a person, a habit, environment, or the pressure to just keep up with people who aren't even going where you're going, you must protect your energy at all costs. And protecting your energy is not selfish, but it's actually a professional requirement, especially as artists. So protect your energy, protect yourself, and yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to complete your audit and just see, who you've been hanging around, what you've been doing over the years and over the past couple months, and just make sure that it's actually healthy and that it's helping you to produce the future that you want for yourself. Make sure that it's actually taking you in the direction that you're looking to go. And remember, not everyone can go wherever you're going, and that's okay, because your vision is worth protecting. And if you have not already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe so you become an official citizen of Vision Dimension. Join the rest of the visionaries over here, because we are having a grandiose time. It's a blast over here in Vision Dimension. Also leave a comment down below if this helped you, or if you have any growth tips for the rest of us here in Vision Dimension. We would love to hear them, because we're here to uplift each other and to help each other become the best possible artists that we possibly can be. So once again, I am TeztheVisionary. This is Midnight Mango number 4. Thank you so much for tuning in to Vision Dimension, and I will see you on the next transmission.